Hi, my name is Kristy Steiner. My husband is Kevin Steiner. We have been married for 17 years, and currently we are living in Tremont, Illinois, which is a small town in central Illinois near Peoria. I am a stay-at-home mom of 3 boys. They are 8, 10, and my oldest will be 13 in just a few days, so we are getting a teenager. We attend a local church here in Tremont called Northfield Christian Fellowship. And we really enjoy that our church has a very strong missional sense, both in the community and in the country and also internationally. So it's exciting. I grew up in Ohio in a Christian family, and our church there also had just a very strong mission sense, just a focus on missionaries both in the country and abroad. I gave to the Lord as a young girl. Gave my life to the Lord, and so in high school and college I did some mission trips, short-term, and also just was involved in supporting missionaries by praying and sending money. And so I guess I've always had a heart for missions, and but never really was called myself. I went to the University of Akron in Akron, Ohio, and in 1996 I graduated with a chemical engineering degree, and I took a job with Caterpillar in Peoria, Illinois, which is what brought me here. A year later, my husband Kevin, who is also from Ohio, we got married, and he moved out to Illinois as well, and also to work with Caterpillar. So that was good. And 5 years later, we had our first son, and I became a stay-at-home mom and never looked back. So over the next 6 years, we had 2 more sons. And in 2008, we were given the opportunity with Caterpillar to move to Grenoble, France. So we moved there and lived there for 4 years. While we were there, we were involved with the International Church of Grenoble, which is an English-speaking international church, and they also have a partnership with a French church. So we did many outreach activities with the French church on their side, and also on our side we ran some English programs for kids, and we also did some different outreach programs both in French and English, and it was just a really neat time. And one of the other things that really struck us was just the many Roma camps throughout the Grenoble area. So we became involved with ministry with them, just meeting their needs and helping them, and just sharing the gospel with them. And so that was really exciting and just a special time in our lives. In 2012, we repatriated back to central Illinois, to Peoria and to Tremont, Illinois. And at that time, Kevin's uncle, Steve Steiner, who was a former ECMI board member, approached me about being on the board. And at that point, we were still having a lot of culture shock and a lot of things just going on, and I wasn't quite ready to commit. But a couple years later, when he asked again, I was happy to say yes, I would be interested. So here I am. I guess some of the current commitments I have in my life, other than taking care of my 3 boys and running them to everything they do, at our church I am the women's ministry outreach leader, so I help lead different outreach events that we have. And I also volunteer in Peoria, Illinois at the Juvenile Detention Center. I counsel and just a mentor to some of the kids there, and just try to share the gospel and my faith with them and to help them because they're in some really difficult times. I volunteer at my children's school as much as I can, and I'm also on rotations to do worship at my church and also teaching the kids both Sunday school and on Wednesday evenings. So another really big part of our life right now is we are in the process of an international adoption. We are adopting a little girl from Ethiopia. So hopefully in the next year or 2 that will come to fruition and we can bring our little girl home. So we are just praying and waiting on the Lord on that. At this time, though, like I said, I would love to serve on the ECMI USA board. I think it would just help me to have a connection with the European missions and just in a small way be a part of that still. I guess I bring my experience as an expat Christian who worked there with in country with the different missionaries and just serving in whatever way we could while we were there. And I just hope that I can continue to be involved with the missions there, and just we have such a heart for the French people and also for just the people of Europe, and just see the great need that they have for the gospel and for the Lord. So Thank you.